Hi everybody, today I'm going to be using these Blessed Bee Oracle cards, and I've chosen 3 to pick your piles for you. So whichever image you like the most or you're drawn to the most is going to be the pile for you. So for pile 1 we've got this one here, a blessing to bring prosperity. Pile 2 we've got a blessing to find your way, and pile 3 we've got a blessing on your boundaries. Okay. There are timestamps below so you can get straight to your reading if you'd like to. If you would like a personal reading, what I do is I'll make you a private video, and the first part is going to be talking about your numerology. So for that I'm going to need your full birth name and your date of birth. It's going to be a private video, it's unlisted on the channel, so when it's uploaded only you can see it, so please be assured everything is kept very private for you. And then what I do is I'll as I'm shuffling the tarot cards, we'll talk about your numerology, and then we'll do you a Celtic cross like I always do. It's like my go-to spread from everything really, and an open general reading and see what cards come out for you and what messages are appropriate for you, and then maybe an oracle card or 2 at the end of the reading. You can only contact me via the details below in the information box, so that's it'll either be my Facebook page or my website, and I will not reach out to you first to try to get you to have a reading with. I will wait to hear from you, okay? So those are the only 2 places that you can contact me at the moment. I'll see you at your pile. Hi pile 1, if this card here, this image here, was the one that you were drawn to, this is your reading. So what we're going to do is we'll go through the tarot portion first, and then at the end of the reading we'll read what this one says, see if there's any extra info or any extra guidance for you from your oracle card. So we'll put her up in the corner for now while we do the rest of the reading. Okay, pop it down there or up there, and let's have a look at your tarot. So is there any guidance, any advice for our pile 1s? Let's have a look and see what we've got for you. Alright, pile 1, your energy is coming across as the 2 of Pentacles. What's helping or hindering you is the Judgment card. And then what's brought you to this particular reading today is the High Priestess. In your subconscious we've got the Knight of Wands. I'll just move them up a tad. Hopefully you can see that. In your conscious thoughts we've got the Chariot, and what's coming straight for you is the Justice card. Some big cards here already for you. It's quite a few there's 3 majors already for you. No wait, there's 4 majors already for you. So it's quite an important time, I would imagine. And then your energy going forward from this, we have got the 4 of Swords. The environment, others, outside influences is coming out as the Queen of Cups. Hopes and fears, I've got the Knight of Cups. And outcome, I have got the Ace of Pentacles, which is lovely to get as an outcome. It's like a fresh new beginning coming along, so that's really good to see. I have got my clarifiers, so if we need to clarify on anything I'll pull a couple of these out. Okay, I'll just pop these to just give them a quick shuffle for you. Whoops, I'll pop these to the side. So we'll pop these here just in case we need them in a minute. So let's check out the entire picture initially. So it feels like you're trying to get some balance. I mean, that's quite a kind of, on first look, it's quite an obvious conclusion, I suppose, looking at the Two of Pentacles. So it's about balancing things, having things kind of like a more sensible division between work and play and things like that. And it could be that you are sort of trying to deal with your finances at the moment, and you're trying to get a good work-life balance and things like that. Try not to be too serious about everything. You're reminded here to have fun as well. Life is meant to be, have fun moments as well. It's not supposed to be all about work, so kind of go easy on yourself a little bit. But generally speaking, the Two of Pentacles is like a good card to be represented by. It means you're kind of you're kind of coping. Things are more or less in balance, and you're kind of on top of it in terms of your physical world. You've got some ships here in the background which signify good things coming. So it could be that you've got like a side hustle going or something, but it's kind of like you're trying to kind of get that more sensible balance between working and fun stuff and your leisure life, your leisure time, things like that. So but it seems like you're quite busy, and we've got Judgment as helping or hindering you. So it's kind of, there's quite a big like quartet here of energies around you, where, and you have this other card here of balance, where it seems like you're kind of working it all out at the moment, but then what's coming straight for you is the Justice card, which is the balance, which is doing what you feel is the right thing to do, and getting rewards for what you put into something. So it's kind of like your karma is going to be coming towards you as a result of however you've been conducting yourself during this time previously. And we have here some really I mean, coming to this reading as the High Priestess, you've obviously, it feels like you've gone inward, and you've really sort of had a soul search about what it is that's important to you, what it is that's really going to be satisfactory to you as you go forward in life. Because it feels like there's been like quite a period of reflection and kind of plumbing the depths of your soul to sort of find out what it is is really going to be important to you going forward, and you've come to a decision where you know exactly deep down what's right for you and what's a good fit for you, and it's now time to kind of step into that. It's like the period of going into having your sort of soul searching and going inward and looking inward for everything, you know, all the answers and what it is you need to do, and processing all the information and going through your archives in your mind, you know, and figuring out what it is that you really need and you really want and is true for you internally. And it's like busting out into this action now. So you are now in the process of starting this new sort of phase of life, I would say, really, where you've got, you know, you've had the deep dive, and you're now like being called to action. So the Justice is right. Okay, this is time. The coffin's being, you know, the life you've lived up to this point. It's like, right, okay, you've done all the sort of theory on this, and you have the inner knowing now of what you need to do and what you want to do going forward. And this is basically all of the rest of this is action. All these cards here in this column, it's about taking action on, you know, you're figuring out how to juggle things, how to handle everything, but it's a good energy that's coming into you. And this is basically, it's your time to go for it. It's time to step out of being passive and, you know, having all the information churning around, and it's time to take action like we have here. Everything, your whole mind is, you know, your subconscious mind is saying let's go for it. Your conscious mind is determined to go for this. So whatever this pivotal point is where you've reached this decision, you weighed up all the facts and you're now ready to kind of go forward with this new plan, it's now time to take up the challenge and to really go for it. And you drop what you've figured everything out now with the High Priestess. You know yourself very well. You know what you need to drop. You know what you need to bring forward with you. And basically the Judgment is saying, right, it's time to do that now. It's time to answer the call, basically. And anything that's been holding you back before, or anything that is no longer useful to you, you leaving in the coffin and you're going out and up and upgrading. And with the subconscious here, we've got the Knight of Wands, which is basically somebody who is raring to go, who is full. I mean, if this is in your subconscious and you've got the Chariot in your conscious mind, this is a really sort of exciting energy where you're kind of full of enthusiasm for what's lying ahead, and you're determined to get what you want. And you have a very clear, with your conscious mind having the Chariot here, you have a very clear goal in your mind of exactly what you want to manifest and bring forward into your life. And your subconscious is along for it. You know, your subconscious is in a good place to grab on to that with a great deal of enthusiasm and things like that. So you've got the sort of grim determination of the Chariot, but you've also got the excitement and the sense of adventure deep down as well, that's going to keep you motivated as you go along. So with it being Pentacles is representing you, it feels like this is like something to do with your physical world, like your material world. So maybe it's your career, or some sort of project that you've been interested in that's got some tangible, going to have some tangible results. Could be maybe going self-employed or something, you know. It's kind of giving me those vibes where you have got what it takes, and it's time to rise to that challenge. So whether, you know, like promotion, some long-term project that you know is going to grow into something really exciting, you know, whatever those sorts of things. And the Chariot being in your conscious mind is you're really fired up for it in a moment. And the Chariot is basically ready to move to the next level, ready to pursue whatever it is your goal is, you know. So he's quite single-minded in that whatever the life throws at you with the Chariot, your determination will keep you going throughout any obstacles, and kind of working together with the universe to get those, you know, the stars here on his canopy. It's like you bringing those sort of dreams and things to reality, and you don't even need reins for the Chariot, because your will is strong enough to kind of drive it without, you know, without stopping to your goal. So that's a really powerful, good frame of mind to be in, especially with the Justice and the Judgment. You know, it's kind of like super strong will, and this time it's going to be different, and this time I'm going to make it. You, with your subconscious as well, the Knight of Wands is somebody who is not afraid to just try something, you know, to go into action. Can be a bit impulsive, but I think with the Judgment and the High Priestess, the Chariot, I think you've got like a handle on everything. I don't think you're going to do anything rash, but I think you're definitely determined to sort of forge forward. And the Knight of Wands is creative and resourceful, and he or she will cross bridges as they come to them, you know. And it might not be, even if things go awry, I want to say, the Knight of Wands is very resourceful and will kind of be able to think on their feet, you know, and if there's something that goes, you know, like this is kind of a really good backup for the Chariot, because the Chariot sort of, it's that energy of forging through regardless, you know, not being distracted by anything that life throws at you, just like forging ahead, you know, with that goal in sight. But if anything does come along that's a little bit wobbly, say, the Knight of Wands will be able to kind of be resourceful and, you know, kind of think, right, this is how we get over this, you know, this bridge, we'll cross this bridge this way, and that as it comes along. So you have kind of like both that kind of willpower very strong, and that sense of, you know, exactly what you need to do, and also this kind of ability to cope with, you know, the curveballs as well. So that's a really strong, really super strong energy coming straight for you. As I said, the Justice card. So the Justice card is a really, you know, exactly what you're coming from that good place. As long as you're coming from that good place, you'll get those rewards. So the Justice card will see that you, when you've put in the effort and you put in the work, you're going to get the rewards that you deserve. And the Justice also to me is about doing what you feel to be right, and sticking to your own integrity, and what you feel to be the right decisions, and what you feel to be the right actions. And by following that, and by following things with good intent, keeping promises, you know, things like that, then you will be duly rewarded by that Justice card there. So moving on to the next bit, which is your energy going forward. And I think we've got the Four of Swords here to remind us that you need to take time out, because it seems like yes, you've come to this like burst of action time now, where things are really starting to move. You know, after, you know, a long period of planning or soul searching and things like that, as I said. And it's such a huge energy in comparison to the energy of the High Priestess here. You've got this huge like upgrade, and this, you know, this chariot driving you on, and this, you know, your whole being is kind of raring to go with this whole new plan of action that you have, this whole new goal. I feel this is saying just, you know, remember not to get burnt out. Remember to recuperate and recover. The Four of Swords is about resting and healing after a difficult time or a tough battle and things like that. So I think it's coming out to just remind you not to burn yourself out, and have that, you know, like with your having that balance in your energy at the beginning there, just to keep that going. Make sure not to go to any extremes here. Take care of your health and things like that as you go forward, and just be sensible about it, really. Take breaks, you know. Don't burn the candle at both ends, I think I want to say there, just to make sure that, you know, you can enjoy this action packed time, this pivotal time, rather than just kind of get burnt out, stressed out from it. So yeah, take care of your health and things. In terms of the environment, others, outside influences, we've got the Queen of Cups. So I'm going to see whether the Queen of Cups is like representing somebody that's in your life or about to be in your life, or it's something to do with you yourself. So let's just ask, whoopsie, why, please can we have a clarification on why the Queen of Cups is here for the environment, others, outside influences, for pile one, please. Where is the Queen of Cups here? Right. Oh, Judgment again. Oh my God. Judgment again? Really? That's amazing. What are the odds? This is really... It feels so important to you, this, whatever this is, what this calling is, or this goal that you have, is so... It seems like it's incredibly important to you. And the Queen of Cups... I don't see it as a person, but I see it rather as the, you know, in looking at this, right, the Queen of Cups, this is somebody who has her cup here, and her cup is very ornate, and it's meant to look very valuable and very special, and she is very devoted to it, and this is a goal, whatever this is. So whatever this is that you're putting all your heart and soul into, and your devotion, I feel that, you know, you've got the Judgment here again to say this is that important. This is that important to you that you need to cherish this. And I feel like the Queen of Cups is just a reminder, you know, that you can be kind to others, you can have understanding. Hopefully others will understand, I think I want to say. Others will understand how important this is to you, and how life-changing this is to you. And I feel that you're going to get support and compassion from others around you, because they can see just how much this means to you. And it's not going to detract from what you do for them, and I just feel like you're not, you know, they are going to understand. I think others are going to understand just how important this is that you go for this goal, is what I want to say there. That's what I'm getting there. Okay, so hopefully the people around you will support you in this, because obviously this is a huge, I mean, 2 Judgment cards, a Justice card. This is a huge thing for you, I feel. Hopes and fears, you've got the Knight of Cups. So I'm going to get clarification on this as well, just to make sure it's not anything to do with like a specific person. But it feels, at first glance, it feels like you hope it's going to make you as happy as you think it's going to. The Knight of Cups is about having hope, finding that love in something, creativity, being able to kind of bring back inspiration and creativity, as well as love, obviously. And loving what you do, and loving your new life. You know, it's obviously like a major, it feels such a major thing. I know I keep saying that, sorry if I'm kind of, I don't mean to sound too dramatic, but it's kind of, it is kind of a big deal. And I think, you know, loving what you do, loving your new life is important, and you want it to be fulfilling for you. And you have a lot of hopes pinned on it, I feel. Can we get anything else on the Knight of Cups for pile 1, please? Let's have a look. The 10 of Swords, yeah. Fears, I suppose, is, you know, having things be the opposite, having things go wrong. But I think it's the end of worrying about that. I think it's more like the hopes being the Knight of Cups, and the fears maybe being the 10 of Swords. But 10s also mean that you know, the tough times are over as well. It's like you're at the end of that, and you've got this renewed hope coming in. And then the outcome is amazing, because the outcome is the Ace of Pentacles. And the Ace of Pentacles is about a whole new start in your material world. It's about abundance coming to you. It's not easy. It's something that requires work. But the more work, as we've got the Justice card here as well, the more work you put into something, the more love and devotion you put into something, the more rewards you're going to get. So you will, it's like you will get, for the efforts that you put into this, the rewards will match and sort of expand. So it's not like futile, it's you're going to get something that's real from this, and is only going to grow, as you go forward, and it's of value, and it's satisfying, and it's like this amazing opportunity to really, bring what you want to you. I like that you have like an ace to complete the reading, because it's just like that abundance coming at you. And we're looking at your oracle card, and we have got a blessing to bring prosperity. So that's interesting, isn't it? Because these were picked at random. Isn't it funny that the tarot cards and the oracle cards have matched up here? You've got abundance coming in your outcome, and this is a blessing to bring prosperity. So on that note, let's read this one, because these are new for me. So let me get the book, and we'll read out what it says for your oracle card. So let's see now. That's handy, they've got numbers on. That's always helpful. Okay, a blessing to bring prosperity. A blessing for you, so that you will always have enough to support you and see you thrive. Dearest friend, may there be more than what it is you need, yet always let you be appreciative of the gifts you have been given. May the natural prosperity and gifts of each season be yours, the fullness and wide open arms of summer and its rich harvest. May the falling leaves of autumn bring you the urge to let go, and bring in and do what must be done. Let the depths of winter bring you the richness of inner light and life, the cold reminding you of the great golden heart at the centre of you, and allow spring to bring you the green shoot pushing through new beginnings. May there be plenty of adventures beyond your home and hearth. Let there be sufficient so that there is always wood in your fire, food in the pot, and light shining down upon you. May the flow of abundance that nature reveals within all of her faces be yours, and whenever there is need, know it will be met, again and again, with the blessings of the universe, for they will flow to you, and you may gather them up in your arms and create more and more of whatever it is you need, whatever it is your soul calls out for. You will be able to create a home. You will be able to nourish yourself and those you love. You will no longer struggle or attempt to force. Instead, you will now enter the stream of plenty that flows all about you and is now yours. Let prosperity, real and true, be yours, and there may be gratitude and charity and generosity from you to meet the bounty of the world that now flows to you. Blessings of prosperity to you, friend. Let bounty be shared and its ways taught, so that all may know the simple secrets of growing enough for all that's needed. Blessed be. Wow, that's really good, because that kind of picks up on a few things. Certainly like the Knight of Wands. I got some nuances of the Knight of Wands and the Chariot. And Justice, you know what you put in, you get out. Judgment, the Queen of Cups, being cherishing, and being devoted, so I really like this for you. I think this is an amazing, important reading. I hope it is, something that's like a really amazing life event that's going to be happening for you, or is happening for you now. You have some incredible cards, so I hope that they, you get these amazing rewards. You're able to follow on to go for what is you want, your dreams and things, bring them to reality, because it looks like that's what it's talking about, really, and that's what's going to happen. And you're going to be, you have exactly got what it takes. You've got 2 judgment cards, so don't doubt yourself. Just really go for this goal, and I wish you nothing but the best. That's amazing amazing cards for you, and all the best of luck to you. If you enjoyed your reading, I would really appreciate a like or a comment. If you'd like to subscribe, that's brilliant too. I'd love to see you again on the channel. And in the meantime, take good care and all the very best. This is amazing. Good luck with it. Bye. Hi Pile 2, this is your card that you've chosen for this reading. The blessing to find your way. So if this was something that appealed to you, for whatever reason, we're going to look at the meaning of this card at the end of the tarot portion and see if there's any extra messages or complementary messages that we can find from your oracle card. I'll start with the tarot for you. So please may we have any advice, guidance for all those that chose pile 2 today, please. Let's just have a quick shuffle. Alright, now then, pile 2. Your energy is coming forward as the 3 of Cups. What's helping or hindering you is the 2 of Wands. How you got here, what brought you to this reading today, is the Queen of Pentacles. Your subconscious is showing up as the 5 of Wands. Your conscious mind is the Page of Pentacles. What's coming straight for you? We've got the Empress. Nice. Your energy for going forward from this, we have the Page of Cups. What's in the environment, others, outside influences, is coming out as the Magician. Hopes and fears, I've got the Death card. And outcome, I have got the Hermit. Okay, so let's take a look at your cards. I've got here my little clarification deck, so I'm just going to give that a quick squiz around. Just so we can use these to just refine things as we go along. Let's have a little look at your whole picture here. So it feels like you're kind of in not a bad place at the moment, I would say. With the Empress here, I feel this is kind of good vibes, and you've got the Magician as well coming along. You've also got a change ahead, and I think you're kind of wanting. You have been maybe enjoying life a little bit. Things are light, you know, you've been working together with people well, or your social group, your family group is okay at the moment. Things, I mean, with the Queen of Pentacles to bring you here, that's what I feel like I want to say. But you've got this 2 of Wands, which is going across here, help or hindrance. And I think you've built up, I think you've achieved a good amount. And this is about, it's interesting that the blessing to find your way is your card, because it feels like it's, well, where do I go next to me? It feels like, you know, you've achieved a certain amount. And it's really, what else can I do? What else is out there for me? Should I kind of venture out of my castle that I've built up, my security that I've built up, and the familiarity that I've built up? Should I now venture outside of that and see what else I can achieve and what else I can do? I feel that's what's coming for me there in that meaning. What's brought you here is the Queen of Pentacles. So this is somebody who has kind of got everything together. Let me just see if it's somebody or it's more talking about you real quick. The 2 of Cups. Yeah, I think this is talking about you, how you have arrived here at this reading today as being quite, you've been quite, you've nurtured your life up until this point, where the Queen of Pentacles is somebody who is kind of very together, very kind and caring, who has everything under control in terms of the material world, careful with money, looks after the home, keeps everyone safe and well fed, and you know, does the practical stuff. She's very practical, and but also very caring. So with the Two of Cups here, this is showing that you've been happy doing that for everyone up till now, I feel, and you're good at what you do, and you're comfortable in that role. But I feel like there's something in you that's saying, what else can I do? Can I do more? Can I grow on? Can I improve? Or can I do more than what I'm doing now? Can I take this to the next level? And I say that because across here we've got the Queen of all the Queens, which is the Empress, coming straight towards you. So the Empress is all the four queens rolled into one. She's like an upgrade on everybody, basically. She has all the attributes of all the other queens, but more so, you know. She's where the Queen of Pentacles is abundant and caring and nurturing, the Empress is even more abundant and even more able to like take something from nothing, you know, take the raw materials of something and grow it into something very abundant. And you have a couple of manifestors in this spread that I can see. So there's definitely, I think you know you have potential to do more. I think you're at the point where I'm really happy, I'm content, I don't want to rock the boat, but at the same time, you know, people relying on you, I guess, but at the same time, you know, there's so much more you can achieve. And you may be thinking, well, should I or shouldn't I right now? I'm getting that. Should I go for it or not? Because you can't, your subconscious, you've got the Five of Wands. So conscious is, and it's interesting, is find your way. What should I do? What should I do? And we will read the Find Your Way card at the end just to see what that says. I'm really interested to see what it says. And in your subconscious, you've got some conflicts. So you're kind of, you're holding everything together. I feel you're very responsible and you have things under control, and your happiness of those around you is very important to you, I feel. But then you've got this little bit of a battle going on with all, you know, trying to, I feel like you're looking at all your things you need to do and all the people you're responsible for and all the ways in which you're pulled. I'm thinking, well, should I be thinking about what I really want, or should I be putting my own goals first, because I've got all these other responsibilities and everybody needs me, and I wouldn't feel guilty about that. I would, you know, you are very, obviously I can see from the cards up until this point, you're very caring, you're very responsible, and I think you don't take these things on lightly. I think there's a lot of deliberating about it, which is why you've kind of got this Five of Wands in your subconscious. It's kind of like having your moral battles about whether or not you should go for something, or what is everyone else going to do, say, without me, or if I need more time to myself, how's everybody going to cope? I don't know, I'm just getting that kind of feel, because you've got this very nurturing set of cards here, and I feel it's okay. I think you can handle it all. I think you can delegate a bit. because I feel like from the cards I'm seeing, from like what I'm getting, I feel like people rely on you a lot, and you know that, and I think you can kind of trust that they can sort themselves out a little bit as well, and not to feel guilty about pursuing what you want to do. So you're kind of on the precipice, like, oh, don't really want to upset the happy balance we have now, or perceived, you know, what is a happy balance. But you have to also think about what you want, and what you want is valid, and what you want is important. And it doesn't mean that you're going to stop being responsible and everyone's going to suffer. It just means that everyone else is going to have to do their bit as well, to support you, and support and kind of fend for themselves a little bit. That's what I'm getting. In your conscious thoughts, we have got the Page of Pentacles. So this is something, whether it could be like an offer has come in for you, where you may have been offered something work-wise, or there may be some something you can do that you can turn into a part-time job, or, you know, like a hobby or something that you're good at, something that you're interested in, something that's really I feel it's like really valuable to you. You see how the Page of Pentacles is really gazing at his pentacle like it's the best thing ever. It feels like, you know, this is something that's really caught your attention, and you see the potential in it, and you're kind of wanting to learn all about it and be that sort of student apprentice again, and really get, you know, because you can see the potential and the possibilities if you kind of go for this. So it's something that kind of is very inspiring to you, and you're kind of eager to do it, I feel. And coming straight towards you, you've got the Empress. And again, I will clarify, but I think this is you. I think this is your upgrade, where you, because the Empress, she can do it all, really. I mean, she's sitting in luxury. She is surrounded by creativity and abundance. She can take a seed and grow it into something amazing. As well as take care of everybody, as well as be wise and kind and caring and loving and responsible. And she's kind of got it all going on, you know. But she is also very aware of her worth, and does not allow people to use her or take advantage of her, or overstep her boundaries, as it were. So it's kind of like the ideal. You want to be, I would love to be like the Empress, do you know what I mean? Where I've got everything under control and everyone's happy and I'm happy. You know, it's kind of like that is coming towards you. So that's really encouraging. And, you know, this pentacle here being a seed, and there's a little ploughed field behind, down here in the bottom. I don't know if you can see, I'll show you. Talking about seed, see that little field there that's been ploughed? It's basically ready for our page here to plant his pentacle and watch it grow. And I feel like the Empress is in you, is coming out, you know. Once you take this idea on board, once you kind of go for this, you're going to be successful at it. You're going to be able to manifest lots of abundance. And you've got another manifestor, basically, as I say, coming up. So I have no doubt about that. Let's get another one for clarifying the Empress for pile 2, please. Knight of Coins. You've got the Knight of Pentacles. I mean, you go from the page to the, I mean, you've got 3 pentacle courts here, and the Knight of Pentacles is basically saying to you, as the clarifier for the Empress, is once you've made all the plans you need to make, and now it's time to start planting seeds, and it's time to start taking action, and you have wisdom to guide you, and you have the determination to follow it through, and commitment to keep it going every day. So it feels like that is just saying, yes, you are going to be able to grow it, you know, and all you've got to do is get cracking. Don't doubt that you have everything you need to make a success of this. Your energy coming forward then, in terms of going ahead with this, is the Page of Cups. So this is definitely renewed hope. 2 pages, there's definitely this new start is coming. And with this new opportunity, or this new business, or this new you know, work venture, whatever this is, it feels like something like that. You're going to find you're enjoying it a lot more than you thought you would, and you're going to be enjoying discovering the new things. You know, that it's going to kind of light you up. I feel it's going to, the Page of Cups is something that's like a happy surprise, like a pleasant surprise. You know, it's something about, it's like getting your creativity back and getting your fun back, and good news coming in and things like that. So this is like really nice to see these 2 very positive pages here for you, which is definitely kind of driving home that this is a new venture, this is a new thing that you're setting off on this new journey. Others, the environment, the general situation, you've got the Magician. Very much like the Empress, the Magician can create abundance, and the Magician is someone that has everything they need within them, just like the Empress. Totally have what you need. You have all the experience, all the amazing ideas. You can bring any idea to life, basically, and bring it into reality. And a lot of the time with the Magician, it's what you focus on comes true. So you really need to look at all the abundance that you want coming in, things being positive, good results, because you'll be putting in the work anyway. But it's good to have that your mindset on like all the good stuff, you know, because you can the bad. If you focus on all the worries and things, that's when, you know, with these 2 very powerful manifestors you've got in this spread, it feels like, you know, you're going to be drawing on into you what you focus on. So you really want to be focusing on something good. Yeah, might as well, because that's what's coming. So really focus on that and really believe that you can do this, because you absolutely have it under control. Absolutely can rise to this challenge, and you absolutely can go for this. And you know, this hopes and fears is, well, it is going to bring about quite a big change. It needs to be a change. There needs to be a change, and I think you shouldn't fear the change, because yes, it'll affect. I mean, it might be uncomfortable a little bit at some points, but generally speaking, the Death card is an amazing card to get. It's one of the best cards you can get, ironically, because this is about a transformation. This is about a whole new, the white rose on his flag here is to do with pure new energy coming in. I don't know if you can see yet. Pure new energy coming in. And the change is happening regardless. So I think you have to just, and I think what this is saying with the, you know, the change is going to happen no matter. I mean, you can make peace with it, I think is the best thing, because we've got here the king was kind of tried to avoid it and got trampled. The Pope here is trying to bargain with it and you know, or kind of change it in some way, and he's not going to succeed. The girl has accepted it, but she's kind of looking away from it, and the little child is like, oh, hello, you know, I'm good with that, let's go with the flow, you know. So it's your attitude to it. I feel like if you welcome and embrace the change, then you're going to have a much easier transition through it, because it's here for your better good. It is going to bring everything you want. You're not going to lose anything. If you're worried about losing the good stuff you have, that's not going to happen. This is coming in to say a change is for the better, anything that hasn't been serving you is going to be left behind. And you see this sun here, the sunrise. You see the sunrise there. It's bringing in a whole new energy and a whole new, more positive time for you. So it's a really important card to get. And you have so many majors. I mean, it feels like a really important time for you. And this is one of those decisions you won't regret. You know, it's one of those things you'll be so pleased with yourself that you went for it. The Hermit is, in the outcome, is your self-mastery. It's finding the light within you, and the light within you that guides others. And you are just showing how strong you are, how wise you are. I think you'll really feel like you'll know yourself after this and know exactly what makes you tick. And the star inside the lantern there is to show that you found that light within, and you know, you're comfortable in your new role, and you're you know, the Hermit is not alone by accident, in that he's made this decision to go off and seek greater knowledge and go off and master his skills, and so that he can be you know, a more of a better guide for others, and help others, you know, so as well as himself. So the Hermit is just like basically you mastering, self-mastery. Okay, so let's have a look at a blessing to find your way and see what that one says for you. Okay, what number is it? Number 24. Oh, that makes it a bit quicker, doesn't it? Hold on. And see if this is a separate message or whether this is a message that's similar. A blessing to find your way. A blessing for when we find ourselves lost and unsure of which way to go. Whichever direction we turn seems as dense and dark as the other. There is no one to show us the way. I was thinking, you are probably the one that's responsible for everyone else, and everyone relies on you. So, you know, quite often that means you don't have anyone you can rely on. So that sort of makes sense to me. There is no light to see the path. There is no map for you to find yourself. When we find ourselves in that space where we are utterly bereft of where to turn or what to do, let this blessing help you find your way once again. You knew where you were headed. You once knew who you were. You once could trust that inner compass that would help you turn and walk to the true north of life. But now you are lost. You are without direction and seem to only entangle yourself more with every turn and twist. This blessing will help you still your movement and rekindle the quiet knowing within you once again. May you surrender to this moment and let yourself be still and quiet a while. May you seek not to move but to observe and to feel and to come back into connection with yourself. May you feel the reweaving of yourself within yourself, and as you do this, may you be blessed with the sight to pierce the darkness and see what lies ahead. When that moment comes, you may begin to feel your compass stir and turn and point to a path. May you begin to rediscover who you are, and in that rediscovery come to a knowing of what the person you must do next. What the person you are, you must do next, May a sense of relaxed and graceful certainty begin to deliver you from this period of vulnerability. Yet let the gifts of understanding and compassion of inner knowing, which can unite us all, be with you always. For you have been lost, and in the acceptance of that, and in the strange comforting rest of that, may you now give yourself the space and time to allow your core to speak to you again. For its voice was dulled by the noise of the world and the apparent certainty of knowing who we are. When we lose that, we can finally have a moment in which we can see the soul clearly, without bias or cliche. We find ourselves through the losing of who we thought we were and where we thought we ought to go. May this process of loss and re-enrichment bring you the blessing of your own self. So yeah, what I'm picking up from that is that you have been in the role of being the one who cares for everybody else, the one who's responsible for everybody else. There can be a loss of self and a loss of identity. I'm a mum as well, so my kids are grown up now, but you do feel like you know, you're not really you, you're somebody's mum, you know what I mean? And there's so many responsibilities, and you lose sight of who you are sometimes, what you really wanted, you know, your original dreams when you were younger, what is it you wanted to do and things. And I feel this is saying that you are sort of wondering, maybe should I take this, should I not take this, if there's been an opportunity that's been given to you, and obviously you're having some worries about taking it on. But I feel like, you know, as I said in your tarot portion, you've got it covered, you've got them covered. They will be able to, you know, that nobody is going to suffer if you go for what it is you're interested in doing, and you come out really knowing who you are, really knowing yourself, and if you have been lost before, if you kind of, you know, been stuck in that role, maybe that caretaker role, and you lost sight of who you are, I think that you can be you and also continue to look after everybody. There's no doubt about that. But also, you know, have that fulfillment, something that's just for you, just to have that fulfillment just for you as well, alongside, you know, so you don't have to just be one thing or the other. You can be you that has all sorts of different sides to you, and that's what I'm getting for that. So that's really cool. You definitely seem like you're really capable of making this new offer, this new idea, a really good success. So I would, you know, go for it, and don't deny yourself the opportunity, and you'll soon see that everyone's going to be okay regardless of what you're worried about now. I think you're going to, if anything, I think it's going to be benefit all of you. So if that's for a few of you, if that's kind of specifically making sense, then I hope that really helps. Regardless, I am so glad you chose this reading. I'm really happy for you with the cards. I think they're really great. I wish you nothing but the best. If you would like to leave me a like or a comment or even subscribe, that would be amazing. Love to see you again on the channel. Until then, take good care of yourself, and all the very, very best to you. You deserve it, okay? Thank you so much. Bye. Hi, pile 3. If you chose a blessing on your boundaries, this is your pile. What we're going to do is, at the end of the tarot portion, we're going to bring out the meaning for this particular card for you and see if there's any messages, okay? So extra bits, extra messages, extra advice from the oracle. So let's put her there in the corner for now, and so we'll get on with the tarot part for you now. So for all our pile 3s, can we please have some guidance and advice? What does pile 3 need to know today? All these readings are timeless, so whenever you find this, hopefully this is going to be of help to you. All right. So pile 3, your energy at the moment is coming forward as the Empress, so that's a really great start. What's helping or hindering you is the 10 of Cups, so it's definitely helping you, I imagine. So you're hopefully in a good place at the moment. What's brought you to this particular reading is the Star. Wow. Been some really powerful readings today, so this looks like another one. In your subconscious mind, we've got Judgment. Oh, all right, very powerful so far. So in your conscious mind, we've got the 2 of Cups. So we could be talking about a love here, but we'll keep going, we'll find out. In terms of what's coming straight towards you, just twiddle them about a bit, hold on. what's coming straight towards you is coming out as the Chariot. Alright, this is kind of major then, because we've got a lot of, well, let's say we have the majority here of major cards. So there's obviously a significant thing going on with you right now. So let's see. We'll press on. We'll see what else we get. Your energy going forward from this is coming out as the King of Pentacles. Okay, that's representing you going forward. So obviously I will, if there's any cards that come out we need clarification for, I've got my clarification deck right with me, so we can deal with that. The situation, others, the general, environment around you and things like that is represented by the Page of Swords. Hopes and fears is coming out as the Hermit, as another major. And outcome is the Eight of Wands, which is a really positive, full of positive energy card coming out there. There might be a bit of a love slant on this, because we're getting the arrows of love. It is one of the meanings of the Eight of Wands, and we have the Empress, and we have the Two of Cups. And the Ten of Cups is helping or hindering, so that's interesting. But we'll see, because it could be anything. I mean, we've got swords, we've got pentacles. What else? Obviously, we've got cups and wands. So we've got all suits. So it could be any area of your life, really, or all of it. So, yeah, we'll see how we get on. So your energy coming forward is quite powerful at the moment. You're, feels like you should be in quite a good place, because we have the Empress representing you here. And the Empress is all about creativity, nurturing. She's sitting in luxury. She is one of the major powerful manifestors in the tarot, so she can take a seed and turn it into something very valuable and very abundant. She's kind of like full of, like, bursting with ideas all the time. It could be, for some of you, thinking about having a family, or that your family is quite close, because we've got some things to do with it. It's like we have the happy family card, so there's the fortune after difficulty card here, and there's a little happy family here enjoying their together time right in the middle there. And it's about emotional fulfillment and happiness, and overflowing abundance of happiness, really. Whatever makes you happy, what makes you feel fulfilled. And we have got the Star, which has brought you to this reading. So the Star is about several things. It's about healing. It's about daring to dream of what's possible. And it's quite cool to see the Star and the Empress sitting next to each other, because to me that feels like there's a dream you want to realize. You've healed, and now there's a dream. You're open to dreaming again. You're open to going for what it is you really want again. And the Empress is about having creativity and abundance and love and nurturing and all the good stuff. Yeah, I'm taking something raw and turning it into something fully fledged, like I said, with the planting a seed, watching it grow and making it thrive into something truly amazing, truly abundant. So it feels like there's some dream, wish fulfillment coming in there. You maybe there's something that has come along, or you've come to a point where there's something, this long held wish looks like it's on the way to coming true. And the reason I said about love was you've got the Two of Cups in your conscious mind. So the Two of Cups is to do with, it's got a romantic card, so it could be to do with your love life. It could be that you finally found somebody, or you and your significant other are ready to start a family or something, because you've got the Empress here and the happy family here. So it might be some of you are maybe making a decision to either get married or to have start a family in some way. It could also be that you have finally found your worth. You know, you have finally recognized your worth as a person, and you have realized that you have what it is you need to make your dreams come true, and you have everything kind of under control in that regard. You know, you can go for what it is that's going to really light you up and make you happy, and it's within your reach. And the Two of Cups is kind of like finding a match, finding like a connection with somebody that feels really natural and easy. Or it could be you and your higher self are finally on the same team and you really know yourself and you feel at ease. And you know, if it's like, say you're looking for a new job and you found the job that you've always wanted to do and you're really happy, it could be like a really good match, and it's like really harmonious and feels just right. You know, you just know it's the right choice for you. So it's about harmony. It's about finding that happiness and that satisfaction, and things sort of being very natural and things flowing beautifully in that. In your subconscious, we've got Judgment. So it's really that another major. I mean, you've got a lot of majors here. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4 majors starting you off. So it feels like you, and Judgment and the Chariot as well. So you have a deep knowing that you know exactly what you want going forward, and you're worthy and you're ready to step into this new upgrade in life, whatever that may mean for you, whatever's going to bring you that happiness and contentment and harmony, etc. Whether that be love, whether that be just general life, whether that's something to do with work. It's definitely something that you feel valued and you feel happy and you feel like you're in the right place, you know, and all the pieces are coming together. And Judgment in your subconscious is, you know, you're ready now to step into this new role, this new upgrade in your life. Interestingly, Judgment doesn't always have a bride and groom on it. So I don't know, I mean, it's a wedding, it's a celebration, and it's kind of like in the original Judgment card, you have got people stepping out of their coffins, with the archangel calling them out, you know, calling them to ascend basically into their upgrade, into their life upgrade. And you've got the archangel up here just like partying with everybody and playing music for everybody, and these, it's like the original card, it's like being called to step into your new life, basically your new leaving the past behind, leaving the old parts of your life that weren't working behind, and upgrading into this new life. And you're more than ready, and it's like you're ready to take the challenge and to rise up, and get going into this new phase of life. And with this one's really interesting because, let's see if you can see, you've got this wedding. It's kind of corpse bridey, right? You've got this wedding, and the angel is calling us to celebrate, and it's calling you to celebrate and start this new phase. So I'm wondering, I mean, don't be put off by the kind of macabre look about it. It's just like everyone's having a great time, and there is a couple, so, and they're beginning a new life. So the old life is over, but just because the old life is over, it doesn't mean to say that everything stops. You know, there has a whole new dream ready to go for, and a whole new happiness to go for. And this particular deck is just making me wonder whether you're starting a new relationship or you're taking a relationship to the next level. But whatever it is, you're being called forward to, you know, to go into this new phase of life, this whole new leveled up you know, where you're really gonna go, you're kind of almost living a dream, I feel. It coming straight for you is the Chariot. So I'll show you these great cards. I love these. This is the Dark Mansion deck. I absolutely love these cards. So the Chariot is about really having the will to take a plan or a dream and turn it into reality. And whatever happens, you have this goal. You're going to be determined enough to keep going no matter what, and work together with the universe to go for what it is that you're wishing for. Go for what it is that you want. You know, think about a wish. Think about your wish. Think about what you want to happen. Because you've got the Empress here. You know, when we're talking about manifesting, what we're talking about is you focusing on what you want. And keeping that in mind, because you're going to go in the direction of your thoughts. So if you think about it in a kind of more down-to-earth, logical kind of way, when you're focusing on something good, something like that's important to you, that's valuable to you, that's going to be intensely fulfilling to you, make you happy, you think about that, keep that goal in your mind, you're going to be more motivated. You're going to come across to people in a much more positive way. It's going to affect your demeanor day to day. You might notice things that normally you wouldn't take, you know, the opportunity to try. So it does affect your entire mindset if you're focusing on what you want to happen rather than what you don't want to happen. You tend to go towards whichever one you focus on. And I think that's a scientific thing, not just an esoteric thing. Do you know what I mean? I think it's been proven that that's kind of, you know, with I'm studying cognitive behavior therapy at the minute, and it is definitely the mindset plays such a key role. And I think this is just basically what I'm getting as the Chariot is your determination. You know, this means so much to you that I think you're going to put the effort in, the day-to-day commitment. Regardless of what crops up, I think the Chariot is there to forge ahead, to leave one situation behind and move into the new situation, the better situation, bringing those dreams into reality. And it's a victory card too. So it's like you wing through because you have that determination to make this work, whatever this is. And you've got what you need. You're aware of your worth. And interestingly, how we have here the boundaries card. The Empress is very well aware of her worth, and she will not allow people to take advantage of her. And she is very kind, and she is very creative, caring, intuitive, all that good stuff, but she has very firm boundaries, and people do not take advantage of her. It doesn't mean to say she's any less benevolent, or, you know, but it just means to say she protects herself as well, and draws the line where it needs to be drawn. So it's interesting that you have her representing you in this case. Speaking of representing you, we have got the King of Pentacles, who is representing you going forward. So the King of Pentacles is very confident in his own abilities. He is very skilled. He is very determined and committed. So talking about that, being committed, having determination, doing what needs to be done on a daily basis to build up his legacy. It's obviously the Pentacles are a lot to do with the material world, so you know, that would, you know, definitely money, your work, but also your home, your physical body, all the tangible things in life, you know, the day-to-day. And I feel like this is you in a very secure and stable you know, like base, building a strong foundation for your future and building a legacy. So this gives you that practical security. you know, that financial abundance, you know, where you can grow things, have things to pass down to your loved ones. You know, it's kind of that very established, very in wealth, sitting in wealth, but having worked for it. So it's gonna, you know, like with anything, it's worthwhile. It's worth working at, and I think you are prepared for that, and I think you are going to enjoy feeling that security of this new situation that you're in, whether that's a very solid relationship, starting that family, starting your own business, you know, a new job, whatever it is that is giving you that sense of being secure, of having that really strong, firm foundation, and that all the kind of physical needs met and things like that, and a firm base to work from, you know, and to have that behind you, you know, to work from. So you're going to feel quite secure going forward in this. Others, the environment, outside influences, got the Page of Swords. I'm going to see if this is a person for you, because it is in the position of others. So let's have a look. I've got my clarifiers here, so we'll give it a quick shuffle. So for pile 3, can we clarify why we have got the Page of Swords here, please? In others, at the environment, etc. Queen of Swords. It could be a person. It could be somebody around you that is quite immature. Usually a Page of Swords is somebody who's youngish, like early 20s and younger, who is, or just an immature personality. So it could be somebody, yeah, somebody around you. It could be a relation, or I don't get the feeling that it's this partner. If it's going to, you know, like your romantic partner, I don't get that feeling. But it could be a child that's involved. Maybe if you're getting together with somebody who's got children already, you know, that sort of thing. Or just a younger member of your family, or a younger person at work, or something like that, who's a little bit hot-headed, or not hot-headed so much as a little bit doesn't really think before they speak. They're quite bright, but they can be a little bit like, they'll sometimes say things that aren't really the right thing to say. Do you know what I mean? They're not very tactful yet, but they're quite bright and intelligent. Just a little bit, yeah, not, I wouldn't say they're super tactful yet. The swords kind of are to do with communication. There could be some sort of communication coming in, but I feel it's like it could be some younger person, male or female, that is around you. That could be a little bit of a pain. Not necessarily. It could be just somebody who's quite bright, but yeah, like I say, quite talkative, quite intelligent, but can sometimes be a little bit annoying. Put it that way. Let's leave it at that. But I don't think there's anything to worry about as such. I mean, if it's a new relationship and you've had a previous relationship, maybe, like I say, a child involved, or like a younger person. I don't get the feeling that it's a partner, but I do get the feeling that it is a certain person around who is kind of, you can definitely deal with them, don't worry about it, but there could be somebody around you know, in that regard. Hopes and fears, we have got the Hermit. Now the Hermit, in hopes and fears, I'm just thinking, I feel with the Hermit being here in particular, I think you're really just going to know yourself. I think you're gonna, it's a self-mastery card. I think you're really going to know who you are and what you want, and be okay with, you know, taking yourself off to sort of consider things. And it's about building skills as well, and, you know, building your own knowledge, and you are quite comfortable in your own company sometimes as well. I think that's quite nice to be, you know, from somebody who has, from what I can see, has been sort of caring of others and things like that. I feel like you're going to be comfortable in your own skin. That's what I want to say. Uncomfortable with who you are, and then you have that ability then to light the path for others, and you found that inner light. You know your worth, you know your value, you know what you're capable of. I feel that's just more like a card of really knowing who you are and liking who you are. I think get time to do those deep dives and really sort of understanding yourself. And then the outcome, we've got the 8 of Wands. So yeah, I did say before, it can be like the arrows of love. It's a lot of communication. So and quick moving positive events, really. So there's going to be a lot going on. There's going to be busy times ahead. I think it's going to be like a fun thing though, you know, especially if you're making a family with somebody, making a new relationship, anything really, a new job, anything. I think you're going to be busy. I think you're going to enjoy being busy though. I don't think you'll mind. So I can take time to have a bit of a moment to yourself now and again. I feel that's what the Hermit is here for. But yeah, I feel like you're going to be feeling good about the changes that you've made, and never a dull moment is what I'm getting. So let me just do one more card to confirm. The 8 of Wands. Can we have one more card for pile 3 just to sum up why the 8 of Wands is here as well, please? We have another confirmation card for pile 3. Oh, I've got a couple fell. Oh, well, that's too many. Hang on a second. There's too many fell out there. I was going to take it, but right, just one, please. The 4 of Swords. Yeah, I think what I'm getting there is, I think you need to, in all the busyness that you're going to have, I feel you need to make sure you take time to recuperate. Don't be too alarmed by that picture. It's not the most relaxing looking picture. 4 of Swords is usually somebody like recovering after a battle. So, you know, taking time to themselves to have respite and recovery and healing in that. Sorry, it's a little bit like scary, but all I'm really getting there is, like with the Emperor, you will have time for yourself. I think you have the boundaries set up. I think you'll be able to make time for yourself. And the 4 of Swords, I feel is just saying, you know, even though you're going to be really busy and there's going to be lots happening, don't forget to take time to, you know, kind of have a rest, relax and recuperate as well. Don't ignore your health. Don't ignore your need to chill is what I'm getting there. So let's take a look at the blessing on your boundaries and see whether there's any extra bits, any extra advice or any similar advice coming up. I think it's kind of going to be talking more about, you know, make sure your boundaries are set. The Empress in the middle representing you, remember what I said, she is very aware of her worth, and she looks after herself, and she makes sure that nobody takes advantage of her. So that's what I think it's going to be, but I could be wrong because this is a new deck for me. So let's have a look. A blessing on your boundaries. I shall read it out for you. A blessing on your ability to decide where you end and where others begin, on what you will do gladly and without regret, and what you cannot be compelled to do, for it will be against your own nature. Within this lifetime, there will be times when you are unsure of what is most important and what is best for you to do. You will not be sure of why you wish to do something, and when it comes to others, especially others for whom we have strong feelings, it can be a challenge indeed to know what is best to do, and to know why we sometimes feel great misgivings when it comes to offering our time, our love, our money and our gifts to another for their use. With this blessing comes a certainty that in this situation you will know the difference between what is best for you to do and what another wants you to do. May you be blessed with the sure ability to say no quietly and without apology to the boss who asks for too much, to the partner who asks you to put your own needs aside for theirs. May it now be clear to you when a friend fails to listen and reciprocate, and when you give without being given to in return. May this blessing draw clearly the lines that you mark out your own emotional landscape and make a map of who you are and where you end, so that you may know when others intrude into your space and mind, your heart and your home, without invitation. Pretty much what I was saying, really. With this blessing of boundaries, let there be respect and consultation and a renewed appreciation of your own needs and desires. May this blessing give you the power to close a door, open a window, and ask for help in return, and to support yourself by beginning to respect and acknowledge what it is you need. And with this blessing, these powers you will now have. Blessed be. So that's really nice, because it kind of does tie in with talking about setting boundaries, talking about having a sort of safe, firm foundation for yourself, being true to yourself and honest about what you really want, and desiring that harmony. And then, scary card aside, remembering to look after yourself and take care of yourself. And the Hermit is when you want to be alone, it's okay to be alone. And you're choosing when to interact, I feel, as well, with the Hermit. It's like, if you need alone time, if you need time to think things out, you go and have time to think things out. And the Queen, I always want to call her the Queen of something, I'm sorry. The Empress knows her worth, knows her value, is kind, caring, all the rest of those things we spoke about, but also she knows her worth. She respects herself. She knows that she is a worthy, important person as well, and does not neglect her needs, in spite of all that she does for others. And I think that's really an important message that is kind of repeating itself a little bit as well. So yes, it's looking good for you. Yes, you also deserve happiness and peace and harmony and tranquility and good stuff as well. So in all that lovely caring that you do for others, make sure that you give yourself that same love and appreciation that you do for those you care about. Okay, that's what I've got for you today, pile 3. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. It's brilliant. That I hope you have been helped by these cards. I certainly thought it was a really good reading for you with all those majors. It's obviously quite an important decision, important time that you're going through right now, and you do need to value yourself and look after yourself while all this is happening. So I wish you nothing but love, luck, and all the best of everything. And if you'd like to leave me a like and a comment, or even subscribe, that would be amazing. Whatever happens, I wish you nothing but the best. Take good care of yourself. Goodbye.